Okay, mic check. After you blow up your trading accounts, the people around you will either accelerate your recovery or destroy any chance you have of bouncing back. Most traders don't realize this until it's too late. I'm here to help you recognize the type of people you need to have within your support system. The wrong people, you'll never recover. The correct people, you'll reach new heights. So pay close attention. You do not want to miss this. You're going to learn something potent. There are 3 essential characteristics that you need to have within your support network. Your support system must have these 3 non-negotiables. Without all 3, they're not actually supporting you. They're sabotaging you, even if they love you. First, belief system. They must believe in trading. They must know its power, understand its merits, and recognize it as a viable path. They also need to respect the fact that very few actually succeed. If you're around people who don't believe in trading, you're at a significant disadvantage because you're going to get subliminally attacked to death. And if it's not subliminal, eventually it'll be direct. When you need financial help from people who don't believe in what you're doing, you'll be left high and dry. Second, empathy. They have to be empathetic. And the only way they can truly empathize with your situation is if they've already walked that path. They are traders themselves who have been through the misery, the pain of blowing up, getting the sizing wrong, moving their stops, entering a scalp and ending up bag holding for months. They've experienced the mental pummeling of back-to-back losses. When you're in it, they understand. They know exactly what you're going through because they've been there. Third, constructively critical. They must be able to give you real feedback without sugarcoating, but they need to be technically sound to do it. The only people qualified to tell you, hey, stop trading, this is an intervention, are people who are actually technically capable. Now, we all know as traders, there's what's called drawdown. People who are uninformed about trading, they don't know anything about trading. If you are in drawdown, they will confuse that to, oh, you don't know how to trade, you just lost money. But drawdown is unavoidable. That's an example of why it is important to have someone who is technically capable and could assist you. So here's what most people don't understand. Drawdown is definitely unavoidable. Warren Buffett experiences it. Ray Dalio experienced it. Everyone loses because it's impossible to know the future, which means it's impossible to be 100% accurate. But you don't have to be correct to make money. You just need to understand the expected value, win rates, risk-reward ratios, and other mathematical formulas like the Sharpe ratio. And so being in drawdown, uninformed people the people who you may think is your support system, but they're uninformed, they don't know how to trade. And they might say, hey, you need to stop. This is an intervention. But do they know how far you have come? Do they understand your back test? Do they see your forward testing? Are they in the trenches with you? Could they review your trades and actually be like, okay, I see what you're doing and you should stop? No, that's not usually how it goes. Usually they just hear about losses. They just see the losses and that's all that they care about. Just the losses, not necessarily the process. And trading is a process. You do not need people who do not understand the process interrupting you within the process, because this is a marathon. I'm going to give you an example. Here's what trading is like, actually. You're running a marathon. You're at mile marker 13 with 13 more to go. You're exhausted. You come on a turn where, people are sitting at a table handing out water to runners. As you get closer, you realize it's your family and your friends sitting at that table. When it's your turn, they don't hand you water. They say instead, just stop right here. Why are you in this marathon? Give up. You're tired anyways. You've come so far. Just quit. Now, if you've ever run long distance, you know it's a mental game. Your body is screaming at you to stop. But your mind has to have the force of will to continue. You don't need additional voices whispering in your head, in your mind, in your ears. Hey, quit. Stop. Yeah, listen to your body. It's screaming. It doesn't want to run anymore. Stop running. You're tired. Drink some water. Sit down. Relax. What's the point of this marathon? What are you going to get out of it? Right? You don't need all the extra discouragement when your body's already providing plenty. Trading is the same. You don't need additional discouragement at all, because when you're incurring losses, it's already painful. And you probably already contemplated quitting. But those who quit never succeed. You can only fail if you quit. So they love you. Actually, everyone loves you. Your closest family members, but they may not understand totally the full scope of what you're going through. So let me be crystal clear about that for sure. The people I'm about to tell you, because I'm gonna give you a personal example within my own life, and the people I'm about to tell you about, I know that they love me. There is no doubt in my mind, they love me, and I love them back. Undeniably, I live my life for my family members. But when I'm in blow up recovery protocol, I cannot communicate with them. Among the people I've had to distance myself from are my brother, my sister, my dad, actual family members. They think trading is gambling. In conversations, they're always subtly jabbing me. They have, running jokes, inside jokes, constant discouragement. There's a family group chat that we have, and they once posted a meme, a subliminal jab at me as a trader. The meme stayed as the last message for days because they stopped messaging just to make sure I saw it. My dad, he would call me just to check up on me, but then within 10 minutes or so of the conversation, he'd try something like telling me a story about when he was young. Oh, yeah, I tried this, I did that, and I lost a bunch of money. I wasted my time. Literally trying to tell me, hey, quit. But here's what they don't know. I've made tremendous progress. I've done the math. I've done so much arithmetic, taken so many losses, been through everything to get to where I'm at right now within my trading. To them, it may not seem as if I'm making progress, but the trader that I am today versus the trader that I was 4 years ago, night and day. Night and day. At the moment, I just need time for many of my trades to play out. But during this gestation period, I can't endure subtle attacks on what I'm already doing to myself mentally because trading is challenging. Especially, I put on a trade and everything's going well. I'm waiting for my expected value to play out, and some news catalyst comes and interrupts, the momentum. Something that is totally beyond me, totally beyond my control. If you get blindsided by news in the marketplace, you already know what it's like. And so dealing with things of that nature, where you're dealing with unexpected losses, it's demoralizing. And so already you're doing work on yourself to amplify your mind, keep yourself healthy, focused, reduce stress. You're doing all that you can, and others around you, your support system, should do all that they can to assist you in mitigating stress, reducing stress, all of the above, and not piling on to the mental agony and despair that you are already enduring. That is very, very important, because in protocol you cannot recover what you have lost or recoup without first recovering and recouping your mind. Everything trading psychology is so critical. So when you're in protocol, stay in protocol until you get out of protocol. When you exit, you're in a better state mentally and financially. So it's easier to weather the storm of the subtle jabs, the jokes, and all of this stuff. Because after that, you've healed. Your wounds have scabbed over. They aren't as tender. And so think about falling off a bike as a kid and scraping your knee. When you have an open wound, it's sensitive. You sanitize it, cover it up, don't touch it. You keep clothes from rubbing against it until it heals. When your body is healing itself, that's protocol. When your mind is healing, this is blow up recovery. You isolate yourself from any negativity that will hurt you mentally. It's very important people understand. I would lay my life for my family because, I love them. But in protocol, distance from them is necessary. It's not that I hate them. It's not that I'll never talk to them again, because I will. I know I will. But in my moment of I need absolute focus. I don't need distraction, and I don't need discouragement. And I believe that you should too. You should be in the same state of mind. The relationships that you have within your family members, within your support system, it's very important. Your support system, your support network must have 3 key essential characteristics. They must believe in trading, number 1. They must be empathetic, number 2. And number 3, they must be constructively critical. That means they must be technically sound traders. Now, it doesn't have to be all in one person or all, but it can be within a group or, what, however way you find it. But these three characteristics are definitely necessary, because if you don't have this, you will be hard pressed to recover. And so seeking out these characteristics within a support network is critical. This is a core teaching of the Blow Up Recovery Protocol.